What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video about Crowfall. I did one a little earlier, but I just didn't upload it because, quite frankly, I was a little nostalgic about Shadowbane. And going through this video, some of you older folks who's played Shadowbane will know why. So I made this video just as a quick rundown of what I think needs to happen for this game to survive, unlike its predecessor. Um, they're not calling it Shadowbane 2, but you might as well call it Shadowbane 2. They do have a Shadowbane developer, but the similarities to this game and a lot of stuff in it are pretty striking, and it makes you wonder, why has it taken 5 years to get this far, and what is the time expected to be released? I'm not real sure, and if you look, I'm just going to move my mouse here, and it's Sunday about noon. A ton of beta keys went out, as you know. Even I got one, and if I got one, that means a ton of other people got one. And in their only server, we're sitting at 37 people. Granted, people's been playing this beta for quite a while, but like I said, tons of beta keys went out, and in my eyes, there should definitely be more than 37 people on a Sunday. Just putting that out there. In order for this game to survive as a PvP only game, you're going to need more of a population than 37 people. So I hope they take that into mind and in consideration whenever they go to release this game. So jumping right into it, right here is the PvP area. I'm not going to show you the the fact. Hold on, before we get into that, if any of you old Shadowbane people remember, look at your double shields. There are so many things about this game that remind me of Shadowbane. Like I said, I don't know why it took 5 years to get to this point, because they borrowed tons and tons and tons and tons of material from Shadowbane. This should have been the sequel, not Crowfall. Anyhow, so this is your Pve Zone. We'll just step out. I'll call a horse real quick and get, help us out a little bit. And this houses most of your vendors here. You can get novice stuff. Not really worth grabbing some of this stuff. You want to get other stuff crafted or out in the wild. And this is also the rune people. Once again, if you played that game before, I'm going to be done referencing it now. You'll recognize what the runes are and, you know, their intentions. All these things will enhance your traits of your character, and so very important. You're not going to find much information. The tutorial is, we'll just call it what it is. If I'm a new player and that's how I'm going to treat this, your initial new player experience is basically crap. I hope they tweak that. Basically, they give you a handful of quests to get you, you know, to level 10. They kind of teach you things along the way, but not really. The biggest thing is there's a compass that'll show you, guide you to the area where you got to do your quest. However, there is zero UI function for your quest. There's nothing off to the side here or there, you know, like right above where I'm pointing. Really needs to be like in most MMOs. Hey, here's your quest. Go chop down 10, 12 trees, you know, do your thing. They don't have that. Another big thing is this map. Now, I know some people I've talked to in the game says, yeah, this map, you know, you get used to it. I don't want to get used to this map. I'm older. I've played a lot of games. This map is hot garbage. Take this map, whoever made it, throw it completely away and start over. Just throw it away. I, I'd rather rip my eyes out and step on them than continuously look at this map. It's just terrible. And besides, it serves no purpose. I click on this map, it doesn't give me an away point. It does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. The worst thing is, you got these Pve zones, and this is your basic noob zone here. Most of these zones are very small in nature, and that is going to be a problem. Like I said, I signed in today. There's 35 people on this entire, the PvE server, PvP server. I did want to get into some PvP, but quite frankly, there's nobody to PvP, and therein lies the problem in a PvP game. You have to have a steady population. And do I think that's achievable? It depends on when your release date is. Let's take a look through this gate here, and I'll just show you some prime examples. If you're talking about the sustainable future, and that's what I hope they're striving for, not the quick money grab feature, but after 5 years, I definitely expected more from this game. To be honest, I got the beta key, and I forgot this was even on my radar. If you look at this game, and I'm just gonna flip, so you can have two weapons at this game. I have a sword and a bow and arrow. So just flipping between them, there's this. It doesn't feel fluid, especially in combat. There's this little bit of pause. Don't get me wrong, I know they are fixing the combat system, and I hope they, tweak that up a little bit to make it, flow a little smoother. But once again, I smack the M, figure out where I'm at, my eyes just bleed. This map is very small. It's a very small map. You only got a handful of things to kill in this area. And once again, it's 30 some people. Yes, that will definitely, support 30 people on your server. However, as you want to support 700, 1,000 people, your map's going to have to expand a little bit. You're definitely going to want to expand. And you have to add a ton more mobs. Currently, the mobs in this game, a team of 3 can just, nuke an entire zone. It's pretty laughable. The respawn rate is, if you're going to have that minimal of NPCs to kill, then you're going to have to increase either the spawn rate or increase the amount of NPCs to kill. Like I said, it is definitely not the greatest. So just like this, I'm just going to show you some combat real quick. I'll bring this up. So obviously there's the switch. Takes a little bit. So you get a loot. There's not a loot all button. I definitely would love to have a loot all button. Who wouldn't love to have a loot all button? I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, this is your basic combat in this game. Even though I'm beating the crap out of these guys, it's pretty much the same regardless when you come to NPCs. Half the time you're just leveling, you don't even care, you're not even looking. You're just flat out nuking everything to trying to get to the max cap, which is level 30. Currently it's level 30. In all honesty, you can get to level 30 if you come out here and you group up with some people. And I say that as if you group up with some people, because as you see, I'm running around the world and you barely see anybody. You just barely see anybody. This is the towns you're going to do your initial quests at. And then you'll go to the next portal, and that will be where you start your grind. And the whole point is just grind until you hit PvP. And the grind itself, like I said, does not take long. You're looking at a couple hours. If you jump in a party with, like I said, 2-3 people, it goes really quick. If you're solo, it'll take you longer, just because it takes longer time to kill stuff. It's going to be awfully hard for them to come up with a population, I feel, for this game. You got tons of games that are about to come out, including New World and Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation's the biggest title to come out. So they have to beat that. So then they're going to be competing with New World. I don't feel it at that level, for the sheer fact that I love Shadowbane. I love playing Shadowbane. This game has so many aspects of Shadowbane. If it had came out a year or two sooner at this stage, we could have already progressed and been to a more stable platform. But I really don't see it holding a population. I just don't. I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong. And do I think New World's going to hold a pot? I really don't think so either. I think that New World's the stepping stone of when Ashes of Creation comes out. And probably Ashes of Creation's going to, be the better of all three of the PvP MMOs. But that remains to be seen. And hopefully there's room for all three games. But for this just to be, you are PvP, and that's what we're gearing the game to. It's a tough sell. It's a tough sell right now with everything coming out. And if you don't have the population now in beta, how are you going to get it in the future when you release the game? That's going to be the problem. All right, guys, I think I'm done with my little rant now, and hopefully you enjoyed watching, and hopefully you click that like and subscribe button. And you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitch. Don't forget to watch. I'm going to be playing a couple other various games. Since my beta key for this is going to be running out, it really didn't matter anyway. I didn't really get to enjoy PvP much in this PvP game anyhow, because just quite frankly, the lack of people. I wish I could have enjoyed it a lot more, and who knows, maybe the population of this game picks up down the road, and maybe I get given another beta key, or they release it and there's a nice big population explosion and I buy a key. You never know where I'm going to be at that point whenever this game actually gets released, because no one's really talking when there's going to be a release date. My chief complaint is basically, you've been at this for over 5, and you basically took so many aspects of Shadowbane. Why aren't you further? But for whatever reason, I'm just going to leave it at that, and I hope to see everybody again and look for you guys in the stream. All right.